Well, hi everybody. How are you doing tonight? I hope you're all doing great. Oh, I can't believe how long it took me to set up to do this video. First, I messed with the mic for about an hour because I know I've been getting some feedback on it, and I hope I got it fixed. I think I wasn't plugging it in hard enough, and I hope I haven't messed it up by getting up and down and adjusting my camera like I've been doing. Should have checked it. But if it's not working, I'll just always think it should have after spending all this time on it. And I want to thank everybody that got me over 10,000 views. I mean, I wasn't expecting that. I guess, I think I've told on myself for this one before, but when I was going to pharmacy tech school, I was like about 51 years old already. And I was in the class with a bunch of course, younger people. And the teacher, her first question was, what do you do if you want something? And I had even taught classes on abundance at church and stuff. But anyway, everybody threw their hand up in the air. And I'm sitting there questioning myself, what do you do if you want something? And like I said, I was 52 years old. And anyway, the answer is you ask for it. So I was thinking about that this week. I thought, I've never asked you guys to help me. I've asked you to subscribe and everything, but I never asked you to help me push it over 10,000, and I did go over 10,000, unless it's already fell back off because I haven't done a video in 2 or 3 weeks. But I haven't been feeling good. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to have to get some stuff checked out. But that's no excuse. It's just laziness and having so much information coming in that I was having overkill in my head trying to figure out what to read on. And that's another thing. If you want me to read on a race, a Senate race, or anything, because I had trouble coming up with stuff tonight, trying to make it up from just stuff I've been watching. But I am going to read on what's going on in September. And then and will Trump show up for the debate? And I want to read on this Angela also, Brooks. I just love her. And she's really not getting enough. They're putting all kinds of money up against her because she's a progressive. And she's running for the Senate in Maryland against a guy named Hogan. And she's behind right now, but they even had her talk, and she's not even in the Senate. She's just running for it at the convention. So maybe she'll get a little bit of backing from the Democratic Party. It always worries me when somebody's a progressive, and you could tell by the way she talked she was a progressive, if they're going to get any help from the Democratic Party themselves. So I'm going to send, I don't usually send money because I don't usually have any left over to send, but I'm going to send her some money, and I'm going to send money, even though the man's probably rich, he's still not rich enough for all the money being put up against him, and that's Tester. So I'm going to send money to John Tester in Wyoming. I'm going to send money to this Angela also Brooks in Maryland because I want her to take that Senate seat. The guy she's running against is a real asshole. Excuse me, his name's Hogan. But we'll read on that. And then there's a Debbie Powell running in Florida against Rick Scott. Pretty sure she's going to get him. I feel really positive about that, just asking it. And then, of course, we want to ask about Ted Cruz. And then we'll go back and hit on what's coming up in September. Because I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to, whatever. Time goes fast once I start doing this because I love it. And I want to thank all my new subscribers and everybody that did a thumbs up and everybody that helped my channel go up. And I guess I just need to ask you guys to do this every time. Not forget to subscribe. And if anybody wants a reading, I got about 2 more days. I'm totally caught up. And it's lynntarotreading@gmail.com. lynntarotreading@gmail.com. Put your phone number in there, and I'll text you back or call you back, and we'll set up an appointment. So I love doing readings for people, and so far, should knock on wood, I haven't had any complaints. Everybody seems to really enjoy them, and most of them are rereads. So that's a good sign too, and they keep coming back to you. So, so I think I'm going to start tonight with the question. If somebody just walked up and asked me any day of the week for the last 2 months, I just said, hell no, he ain't going to show up for the debate. But it looks like he might actually do it, the little chicken shit. I don't know why I called him little, but whatever. We all know what he is. I don't want to call. I was going to do a video and not call anybody names. I'm so happy that Kamala Harris is running and doing the great job she's doing. I thought, let's just quit beating the other side up. Let's all try to get along. It's hard to do that when every time you turn on the TV, you can't even watch YouTube for 10 seconds that he don't come up on some video, even if you're just trying to watch regular politics. And I wish they'd quit showing videos of him. They can just say what he's doing. We all know he's an asshole. But I guess maybe it helps if somebody happens to catch that's never seen him acting out before. I don't know who in the hell that would possibly be. It's never seen him act a fool. But anyway, so let's start with will Donald Trump show up for the debate? Is he going to break a leg or put his mouth in a cast for 3 days and heal miraculously because during the debate? Maybe he'll put a Kotex down his throat instead of a over his ear or something, or like he did when he got whatever happened to him. I'm not even sure that was his blood. I don't even want to go there, but I don't want to go back into that. But and I wonder, I know some people that have been in the military that are MAGAs, and nothing that he seems to do ever turns them into where they wake up and see what's going on. So maybe that helped some of the undecideds, that little stunt that he pulled at Arlington, but I don't think it. So anybody that was deep enough to be into his crap and not see the BS about it, I doubt that's going to change their minds. So let's go in. Will Trump show up for the debate? And I've never read on this. Maybe I read on it on my video, because after I edit those, I never go back and watch them again. So I might have read on it sometime on that. But let's see. Only got that on the bottom. What's going to happen to him if he shows up? Well, let's hope he does. The whole world's going to be watching it. Although the world already knows he's a jackass, so that seems like a strange card to get there. I think it just has to be there'd be so many people anxious to watch him. Probably because they think he's going down. Well, the signifier on this is maybe he might pretend to be sick. Look at this. At least he's going to be upset if he's not sick, but or down, scared. But we know that he's scared already. That much we know. So we just have to wait and see what happens with that. We got the world for the signifier. The influence and obstacle over it is him being too tired and not up to doing it. And I understand that because he's almost as old as I am, and I can't hardly get up to doing a video. It's just, I'm not sick, I just don't have any energy anymore. It upsets me because all my life I've been full of energy. So here I am shuffling the cards again. They must have needed to be shuffled again. Look at this. This is the foundation. So he's still going to be trying to change things and make offers right up to the debate. He's wanting them to give him something. He's saying that he's got to have this or got to have that or something. Something's going on here because here's an offer in the foundation. what he's wanting, and I guess I've already heard this, I don't know, it seems backwards to what he wanted before, but I think he's wanting to make sure that the mics are shut off. When the person's not talking, that the mics are shut down. Maybe he don't trust himself. Or maybe he don't want to hear Kamala Harris say anything. I don't know. He feels like he has no choice. Look at this. Feels like he's entrapped, that there's no way he can get out of this. There's just no way, if there's any chance at all of him winning this election, he's got to show up for that. He can't chicken out to a woman, especially a black woman. Wouldn't that just blow his mind? Blow everybody's, they wouldn't mention it, but he would. He'd bring it up. So yeah, he feels like he has no choice. So then, in the immediate future, we've got the star card. And I don't think there's any way he's going to become a star in the immediate future. So maybe this is why he feels trapped, because he knows he's going up against somebody that's really good, that's very popular, because this person's in his near future. So that could definitely be Kamala, because it's pretty near. It's supposed to be, I think it's 11 days. Not 9/11, is it 11/11? Might be. Anyway, it's coming up here really quick. So maybe that's why he feels entrapped. He feels like he's going up against a superstar. So whether he says it out loud or not, he thinks Kamala Harris is a superstar. Look at that. And I kind of do too. Was so happy when Biden chose her to be the vice president, and then I didn't hear they had her on such a low profile, even though they had her working all over. Nobody was talking about it on Politics News or anything, so it was almost like they were hiding her. Obviously they weren't, I guess, when she came out with everything they had her doing. But anyway, it's perfect that she was there for this time in history. What's going on inside of him is he's trying to figure out who to pay off or how to pay off, or if he can get a hold of somebody to give him money for questions. This sounds terrible, but this is the slow-moving knight showing up with money. So what's money got to do with this debate? We'll come back and draw a clarifier over that. That's in his house. He's trying to figure out I don't know how money could get him out of the debate, unless they're trying to pay somebody for some of the questions, or maybe that's what they've done before. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't do that with CNN, some of them. I don't trust any of those people on CNN. But let's see. In fact, isn't this one on CNN? I don't know. It's supposed to be on ABC. I don't know. Anyway, there's some kind of money he's thinking about. He could change hands, buy something, do something with money, something to do with the debate. Wow. The people in the situation close by him, and even the people working with him on this debate, feel really deep that he's going to be in a lot of trouble, but they don't know how to get him out of it either. So this is the people around him. They're not really helping him that much. They're not giving him good, maybe they're telling him how great he is when they know better, or I don't know what's going on there, but they're not really doing him any good, the people working around him on this. Maybe they're telling him, well, maybe we can get the questions ahead of time, or some of the questions, or I don't know. Oh, this is his hopes and fears, which is, these cards are kind of self-evident. We almost didn't read them. I could have sat down here and told you how he was feeling about this, and you could have told me too, I'm sure. But anyway, look at this. We got the Ten of Swords and his hopes and fears for this, and then how's it going to turn out? The Lovers. What a weird deal to have for the outcome. The Lovers. If I thought it was possible, and even with whoever they're, I know it's corporate news. I'm not sure which news they're going up. It was going to be ABC, but now it's CNBC. But maybe that's the same. Maybe that's just their regular channel. If it's not their political channel. But we got. Why would we get the Lovers as the outcome? What's going on here? What is he thinks he's got an advantage? At least right now, he thinks he's got an advantage. So why? Let's pull one more off the top here. Somebody's offered him something. And I'm sure they can't just like give him a list of questions because he's such an idiot he'd tell on himself. So that can't be that. What they offered him? I don't know. This is really weird. So we got the whole world watching, and he knows that, and he's not sleeping well worrying about it. He's pretty sure that he wants the mics blocked when they're not talking, but maybe he's not too for sure of that since he's still thinking about it. That's over him losing sleep. He feels like there's no way he can get out of this. He's entrapped. He also feels like he knows that Kamala's really good at this. Really good at it. And he's trying to figure out how to pay somebody off. Something to do with some kind of money. The people around him are biting their nails because they know that he's not very good at this. His hopes and fears that it just in the whole thing quicker, that that he's as horrible as he's afraid he's going to be. He thinks maybe that he made somebody an offer. This is the foundation. Or somebody made him an offer. Maybe that's to do with the payment. There's offers going on both ways. So I think maybe what it is he's just still making demands to get him there, like to reach an agreement. That's probably what the Lovers is finally coming to an agreement. There's still going to have to be changes made back and forth. I think with this card, with the 4, and with the Page of Cups, I think there's still offers being made back and forth. But it looks like he's going to show up. It looks like right now he knows he can't get out of it unless he can figure out some way to injure himself. Maybe that's what the payoff is. Maybe he's going to pay a doctor off to say he's got COVID or something. Although it didn't keep him from going to the debate when he thought he was going to give that to Biden for the last election. Remember, he went in there with COVID and didn't even take a test after they were supposed to be taking a test. He's a real piece of work, this guy is. I'll be so glad when he's out of our minds and out of our country and out of the frickin' media. And I think it's going to come quicker than we realize. We'll all have to go into withdrawal. Because even though I say I don't watch it like I did when he was president, I still get up and turn the TV on to see what kind of bullshit he's pulled in the last 24 hours. And I know that that's real sick. It's not a good idea. I don't know what I keep doing, putting these cards in here backwards. Anyway, so I would say yes, he's going to show up, but he's trying to figure out how to get an advantage on it. He's going crazy at night, laying there trying to figure out who he can bribe or how he can get a hold of something or how he can change the rules or something. He's not settled with it, that's for sure. But he knows he has to be there unless he's got a really good excuse. So maybe that's what he's going to do. Maybe he's going to pay a doctor off to say he's got COVID or something like that. Or try to do that. Who knows? Uh, Nobody ever checks anything he says, so he figures he can say whatever he wants. So it looks like that's a yes, that he'll show up for that debate. Let me get a marker to mark this off so I know what I've got and what I haven't. And so the next one I'm going to read on is this Angela Also Brooks. It's a Senate race in Maryland, and she's going up against a Hogan, who I heard is a real asshole. So let's just read on her. I want to know if she has a chance of winning this if enough money comes in. It's all money, and she's got a bunch of money going up against her. A bunch of money going up against her. But let's just hope that this Democratic Party, that maybe Nancy's not pulling all the purse strings, maybe they'll actually give some money to a progressive that's running, instead of putting money up against them like she's done several times. So anyway, and that's my opinion. And if you don't like it, that's all right. But you don't have to tell me and come back at me and tell me everything great she's done and all this stuff. I've been following her ever since she went into politics. I'm damn near as old as she is, so I know what good she's done, and I know other crap she's done too. So we all have our opinions, and we don't have to think alike. So, like I said, so let's see. So, also Brooks. I also like that name. That was my maiden name. My maiden name was Brooks. Not also Brooks, but Brooks. I had trouble telling people my name was Brooks. I don't know if I was too shy or what, but I had trouble saying it. You'd have thought it was a hard name to pronounce, but I like that also, Brooks. That's kind of cool. Anyway, let's see. What are you doing, sweet lady? Are you going to end up getting enough money to walk over the top of this Hogan? I think I'll do her across the top and him the next row. And this could change. We got some months for the energy to change. If I'm just going to ask if she's winning, look at this. That's a winning card. That's a hard win. That's sometimes a hit over the head win, a surprise win. She's got a plan. The challenge is getting the money there. This isn't a money card, but it's somebody cutting her off. And also, sometimes this is a spy in the camp. She needs to check her campaign and make sure that there's everybody in there is pulling for her, which they probably are. And then the outcome comes down to the money. Just like I said, juggling the money. It's going to be up to the money. I'm going to draw one more over that. There's money coming in slowly, and I'm going to cut them and draw one more. So if it starts coming in faster, will that help? That's a position of power. So it could be. Let me shuffle these cards and go across here for the guy she's running against. His name is Hogan. I might as well put them all back in. No, let's leave hers out till after I do his so I can compare them. Help! Come on, guys, come in and help me. I want to thank everybody that's still watching my channel. I'm always amazed, and I love the comments, and I really got a lot of great comments last time, but not too many questions, and they're all outdated by now anyway, so I didn't go back through them. So if anybody wants me to come back in a few days, and I know I always say this, but if you send me some questions that I think might be interesting enough for me to do another video, I'll damn sure do it. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to be interesting, but whatever you want to know, what you want to know is interesting to you. So that's what's important. That's what I'm here for. So it looks like she could definitely come out winning this, but I'm going to do one right below her, a quick small spread like that to see what what's going on with this Hogan. So what's he going to do? He thinks he's going to win this because I think he's ahead right now. He's not a nice person. Look at this. God. So the devil doesn't mean you're going to lose. The devil means that you got a lot of greed and avarice behind you and a lot of people pushing you that aren't good people. Got the Eight of Wands in the present. He's got all kinds of energy, money, what you need to run an election. He's got a lot of help coming toward him. The challenge is the world. So maybe he's got overseas money behind him. Because I said that this comes down to money between them two more than usual because of the money being put on him. So we got the world as the challenge and the outcome. Wow. And we got the devil we start out with, and we end with a Gel card. Maybe he's just a little bit too smooth. What's going on here? Illusion, delusion. And the King of Pentacles. So there's some kind of illegal money or something behind him. There's something, money being funneled to him. Like I said, I don't think he's going to have to worry about money. I mean, maybe she can get enough publicity to convince people because it looks like she definitely could win this. Look at this. And we got this. So those are two winning cards. And we got him leaving town with money after something kind of goes awire. Something's kind of screwed up here. Something that could maybe even get him put in jail. There is going to be maybe money coming in from overseas for him, which is not supposed to happen during an election, but the way they funnel it through and around, I don't think any of them have to worry about that anymore. They got that covered pretty much. They know how to cheat it any way they can. But maybe there's going to be more attention put on this, so people are going to see what an asshole he is. That's the only thing I can figure out. His cards aren't, he's not a nice person. And from looking at the cards, it looks like he's not going to win, but I figured he'd look like he was the winner when I drew those cards because the energy goes with the money, and right now he's got the most money in his camp. But we don't know what's going to happen. There's a lot of stuff coming out in the next couple of months or so, even about Donald Trump. So, you know, that's not going to help the down ballot. So maybe she could win. Anyway, I'm going to send her, I don't have that much. I'm going to send $20 to her. And I'm going to send $20 to test her tomorrow. And I know that's not much. The only reason I hate to do that, once you do that, every 5 minutes I'm going to get a request. They're going to be texting me wanting more money. And I hate that. But anyway, I'm still going to donate to those two. So, and that's the next one on here is John Tester. Is it a Tim Sheedy he's going up against? Looks like Sheedy or Sheely or something like that. Yeah, I seen him on a deal. He's a piece of work, isn't he? Anybody that's seen him. He's a Vietnam vet, and he's made a lot of money, so a lot of them wear that. Did I say Vietnam? I don't think so. Man, I'm really going back. Crazy old lady. Sorry about that, people. Oh, Lord. Anyway, Iraq, I guess, from Iraq or Iran or one of those wars. I've been reading a book about the Vietnam War. That's probably why that popped up there. Um, so John Tester and Tim Sheedy or Sheedy, Shetty or something like that. Interesting. Or maybe it's Shelley, Lly, but anyway, I think it's Sheedy's how it's pronounced. So I'm going to do the top row for John Tester, and then the next row for him, and I'm just going to pull 4 cards no matter what. I'm not going to go into it as deep as I did that last one. I wasn't planning on going that far on it, and then I really want her to win, so I got involved. So John Tester's going to have some more money coming in, because right now he's got so much money up against him in that state. And he's got a lot of publicity and a lot of attention coming toward him. So there's going to be a lot of people sending him, helping him here. The challenge is, now, of course, they're just always looking for any kind of dirt they can find on anybody. They're going to throw everything against him but the kitchen sink. And maybe his campaign needs to check and see what's going on, too, to make sure there's not something he could call them out on that he's missing. And then the outcome, wow, look at this. This is the win card. This is the win card for him. But let's just hope that, so it looks like maybe the money's coming, the attention's coming, and the energy. And maybe they find something out that really helps them, and everybody just says crap on all the Republicans. I don't know. It looks like something's going to change here, where the energy's going to shift even more so by the time the election comes. And now I'm going to just cut the cards and do Tim Sheedy. Once the Republicans fighting among each other, something's going to cause them to have to change a bunch of stuff. I keep being told that in this next month, maybe in September, they're going to have to be changing all kinds of stuff. I don't know what's going on, but something's coming out. In the present, it looks like she's ahead when you look at the polls and stuff, but there's some kind of blockage going on there. Some kind of blockage. The challenge is the hero. I wonder if something's going to come out about Trump being absolutely treasonous before this election. I wonder if this stuff that Jack Smith's wanting to bring forward might do something like that, because this is the energy changing because of something coming down, something being exposed, something being indicted, somebody being arrested, something's going on there. Maybe him. Maybe he's not as, maybe that's what when they do a deep dive up above it there, maybe they find something on him. But whatever it is, he ends up with a magician. That's a good card. Tester ended up with the Democratic Party win, and he ended up with a magician card. But I drew a clarifier over it and got the thief card. So otherwise, even if he loses, he gets out of there. He gets out of there with a lot of money from the campaign or something. Definitely funneling money or funneling something somewhere it's not supposed to be there. But so that's why he's a magician. Even though he don't win, he ends up coming out better off or something. I like these cards. I don't know. I'm surprised, like I said, just like I was surprised about the other ones I just looked at, because I wasn't expecting. It looks like the energy, this could just already be set in the energy going forward, and maybe it's not going to change, Maybe we're so used to having them take the football away from us that we're just waiting for them to yank it, and we're on such a progression here that it's not going to slow down, and things are just going to get better for all these people. That would be nice, huh? That would really be nice. Oh, Jesus. I sure am enjoying this. I didn't realize I always forget how much fun this is when it's been a long time since I did a reading. So please send me some questions on your comments, and every one of you that sends me a question, I'll definitely write it down and get back within. I promise I'm not going to wait 3 weeks. I'm going to get back within, 4 or 5 days. I'm going to do another video, especially if the sound comes out good on this. I messed with my sound tonight. So the next one is, this is another one that I want to see bite the dust. And this is Debbie, is it Florinol? Anyways, this is, Florida. This Debbie Powell from Texas is going up against Rick Scott. So I hope she beats his ass. I think she's already got this. I don't know how the polls look for her and him, but it sure would be nice to see her take it. Sure would be nice to see his, not to have to look at him in Congress. So this is Debbie Florinol? No, Debbie Powell. It's Florida. Can't read my own writing. So this is in Florida, and this is Debbie Powell against Rick Scott. And we're going to do the Democrat across the top again, just like we just did the other two. Okay. Oh, we got the Hierophant. So she's got good energy behind her. I wonder if she comes from a family with a judge in it or something. But anyway, yeah, it's a strange card to start out with. Right now, she's feeling a little bit surrounded. She's worrying about this. A little short on money, but there is money flowing in, but it's coming in slower than she was hoping. Wow. But look at this, she got the yes and the winner's card for the outcome. So let's just hope that those hold. We started out with the Hierophant. So maybe she just got a lot of history, people in her family that's been in politics. She's feeling surrounded, kind of caged in, wanting the money to open up. But look at the outcome. It looks like the money opens up. That's yes. So now let's go for Rick Scott. He's not worried about money. He's always had plenty of money, especially coming through in the past. And he thinks Trump's got his back, and the Republicans have Florida, so he thinks I don't really have to worry about this. But the challenge is that he's not looking at this right. He could definitely get blocked. Look at this. The challenge is that what he thinks is coming and what's really coming, he's not seeing the whole picture. Wow. But this is a plan. So I don't think he's involved in that insurrection. If I remember correctly, I don't think he was one of them. But this is almost having a plan already worked out where if he loses, that he may be taking a vacation in another country or something. This is like of course, he stole a lot of money from Medicare. What was it, $2 billion? Companies he had, he didn't have to hardly pay any of it back. He just paid a small fine on it. So maybe he's just going to take that money and leave the country. I don't know. It looks like he's got a plan, something to do with traveling the world and just maybe getting out of politics. That's what it looks like. So it looks like this Debbie Powell's got him. That would be wonderful. And we can't go back and start and ask for what's going to happen next month till we go check on Ted Cruz. I don't even know who's going up against him because I can't remember. I think they're way ahead of him if I'm not mistaken, but we're just going to do the Democrat on top. I don't know his name, but I bet most of you know his name. You're all smarter than I am. So we'll pull on Ted Cruz, and we'll start with the Democrat across the top. And I tried to get his name from Surrey. I don't know why I didn't get it. Sometimes, I don't know. I just learned how to ask Larry questions. And most of the time when you go in and ask anything political, it puts you into a deal where you have to pay to get the newspaper to see what you ask. So it won't be long till it'll be a waste of time to call Surrey, I have a feeling. The way they keep changing things, they try to make you pay for everything. So I do want to download that ground news on mine. I think I'm going to do that on my phone. I haven't did that yet. I'm thinking about doing that to subscribe to that paper. So Ted Cruz, but the first one we're gonna do is the Democrat running against him. And I know that guy's name. I just can't think of it because I've heard his name enough. I know it. But anyway, it looks like he's already almost got it. He's way ahead of Ted Cruz from what I understand. Maybe maybe this is just what I'm hearing. I can't go by my memory, that's for sure. So the top one is the Democrat. The past, whoever's running against him's pulled that stuff out of the hat before. The present, they're looking at every angle. The challenge is, I don't know, maybe they want to head a different direction inside the campaign or something. I don't know, some kind of choices to be made that he's not real happy about. But we got the death card for the end. And the death card is where the king's under the horse. And it's also total change. So I think that could definitely be him getting in there. I don't know, or maybe he needs to be really careful. Maybe he's in Texas. He may not be as safe as he thinks I hope he's got a good crew to protect him when he goes out campaigning. But what's this death card? Somebody threatening his family? Yeah, I think this is going to get nasty. That's his wife. This could get nasty before this gets over. I can't believe that. But they could, maybe, I don't know. Things are really going to change even in the next 2 months. And the more that the Republicans find out that they're not going to win like they think they are and be able to pull what they want to pull, they might get ornery. I don't know. But it looks like he needs to really watch the guy that's running against him really needs to protect his family and watch his back. And now let's do for Ted Cruz. I'm going to shuffle these cards. They feel nasty. Ted Cruz, are you going to win this race? I only got the world upside down. I'm going to turn it back over when I lay it here because I don't want to put it back in upside down. So his world is falling apart. In the present, he's afraid he's going to lose. He's afraid he's going to have to leave. The challenge is he's looking to see how much money he's got stole back. Or I didn't say he stole it, but for some reason, money he's got put back. That word came out of my mouth. And I think he thinks he can buy this election. Let me draw another card over that because we got the wealthy merchant and the yes card for the end. So I asked if he was going to win it. Could be. Looks like this. And then I got the star card over it. This, see, these cards are turning out totally different. I just swore that everything was going to go wrong for Cruz and everything's going right so far for this other guy. But it does look like this other guy's on the deal to win. The guy couldn't think of his name. I think it's a Hispanic name. And then looking at everything really deep, some kind of offer, kind of being in a little bit of danger, and his family and his wife, and he needs to be like careful and protected. I'll have to do these again. But for Ted Cruz, it's like his world is upside down. He feels like he might lose. He got the loser's card, the walking away card in the present. Not as much money coming through to him as he thought that would. But then we've got him making plans to retire. It's a yes card, so it could be him a winner, but it could be a winner because the star comes in. I don't think so. God, I don't want Ted Cruz to win this race, but it looks like maybe he could still or something. We'll come back and read on him later. We got a couple of months, but right now something might change. That I think he's way behind already. I think out of all these, he was the one that was behind, but the energy could change maybe. The other guy he's running against, he needs to just protect him and his family's safety, I think, from looking at these cards. Anyway, so we're going to do a reading to see, maybe I'm going to go for 4 weeks and see what's coming up in September. I should wait till tomorrow to read on that because it's almost been, I'll go ahead and read on it tonight. Start to say it's almost been an hour. Maybe I'll turn that off and turn it back on and do a shorter one on reading for September and put out 2 videos. So I don't know where that time went. I can't believe it's been that long because I didn't seem like I read that many cards. Probably did to you guys. Probably thought, when's that old lady going to quit jabbering? Let's pull some quick ones for September. What's coming up in September? Starting tomorrow. Starting in about an hour. It's almost 11 o'clock. No wonder I'm squirrely. Anyway. Let's see what's going on here. I want to thank you. If anybody wants a reading, it's lynntarotreadings@gmail.com. Put your phone number in there and I'll get back to you and we'll set you up. Okay, what's going on for September? And starts out with the King of Wands. So I think we might be hearing some more about things that Biden's doing that's right. He's got Archangel Michael protecting him. And really, it's funny because I don't know, I didn't expect Biden to come out in here, but I had a hit on him today when had my hands in the dishwater, like always when I'm grounded to water. And I had a feeling that he's really come to terms with what happened and the way it happened and everything else, and that he's feeling really relieved and happy with things the way they're going and the way that he got out of there and still went out as a winner. I think now that he's had time to think about this and sees all this energy coming toward the Democratic Party, that he's really feeling good about this decision. I don't know how we got into Biden, but he's even going to be feeling better by the end of this month. Or maybe everybody's going to be feeling better by the end of this, Anyway, let's go into the first week. This is just the first week. We got Biden feeling better about things. The angel of light and mercy hanging around helping balance things out in the world. We've got, not the angel of light and mercy, we've got Michael protecting people that need to be protected through this next month. Hopefully it's whoever was running against Ted Cruz. I can't remember his name, but that was the only danger it looked like in the cards I read so far. So we got Michael protecting, something to do with the Democrats. We got the hangman upside down, which is usually good because it means something's been righted, something that was twisted has been righted right. And by the end of the first week, we're going to even be feeling better about what's coming in. We're going to have light and love dropped into and healing coming through. So if healing's coming through, it's got to be a good week for the Democrats, the first week of the month, a really good week. Going into the second week, we've got justice. We've got main arcana. Second main arcana. And the first week we've got the hangman, that he's reversed, so it shows that things are not being stalled, they're going forward. So things are going to go forward more faster than we expected the first week. And there's going to be a lot of angelic energy around that. I know it sounds silly, angelic energy and politics don't mix, but there's going to be help from the others coming in. And then the second week's going to start out with justice. So I don't know if something's coming back in one of these court cases or what, but something really heavy, hard, and big. Because the justice card's coming in on the second week. And in the present, something that it's kind of up in the air, that we're afraid that maybe the Supreme Court is going to stop or be able to stop or something. Maybe they won't be able to, because at the present, we're confused about this, but it seems to straighten out. And look here, a deal was made and it's going forward, the challenge. So I think this is a court case on Donald Trump in the second week of September. And he's going to get another offer he don't want, but that's not going to make any difference. Then I got to move the stuff out of the way so I got room for the next 2 weeks. So the third week, we're going to hear about more stuff from Trump's past, and it's not going to be good. So it's going to get hotter for Trump in the third week. That'll be right after the debate. Maybe he ends up refusing to debate. Look at this. That's at the end of the second week. That's about, well, that debate's before the end of the second week. Anyway, this would be about debate time where the confusion and delusion comes in. It's about the 10 days into the month. So anyway, yeah, so that's the second week. And the third week, we got something coming up not good about the devil. And we know, I don't have to explain that. More money coming in toward Kamala Harris. Hard. The challenge is normalcy. I don't think there's a word called that. Is people are wanting to get away from the bullshit. They're just wanting to get to normal. They're just wanting to get things back in order and things going back like it should. And this is the card for Kamala Harris anymore. So something's really coming good for her by the third week. By the third week of September, something's really coming high for her. So something really good's coming out the end of the third week for Kamala. Her shining star's coming through. This is in September, after a lot of hard work. Then we go into the fourth week. A lot of hard work still going on. A lot of hard work here. And then they need to make sure and take time to rest. This is going into the fourth week of September. She needs to take a break so she don't want to get sick or anything. But here we've got her taking rule. Already people are already seeing her as in charge and being the ruler. Got her as the Queen of Swords. And then we got the Five of Cups. So something hits the campaign hard toward the end of September. And it's not going to be anything to take it down or anything, but something unexpected comes up. But you know what? We got the Hierophant over the top of it. So whatever's coming up is just going to be like bullshit. It's going to be bullshit. I don't know what they're going to try to pull, but they're going to try to pull something, but it looks like it's not going to work because here's the law coming in. Mm-hmm. So let's go back and do these again for this month. So the first week we've got Biden really being happy. At this time, it's finally dawned on him that he's actually surrounded. This is Michael surrounding, protecting, taking care of him. He feels like, actually, because this card's upside down, that this is righted him. He was really worried before. He was worried, felt like he was in a situation he couldn't get out of. And he ended up getting out of it with a lot of love and mercy and prestige. And accolades from everybody for it. The second week starts out with justice, so that's probably another indictment for Trump. And they try to confuse everybody about it, and it's also just about the time of that debate, so maybe he tries to pull something, doesn't get away from it. I don't know, here's a deal being made, here's him. I think that's after the debate. This don't go day for day, but this is in the second week. There's still some denial going on or something going on here with that card. And then something horrible comes out about Trump on the third week, right at the front, right after the debate. Maybe it's just how bad, could just be the news. After the deal. And then I wouldn't be surprised to see Melania I didn't really feel like that was Melania when I turned it over. I felt more like it was maybe his daughter, Ivanka or something, coming out with something that was unknown that could end up putting him in jail. That makes Kamala even look better because that's a star card for Kamala by the end of the third week. And going into the fourth week, we've got working hard, the Ten of Wands. They need to take time to rest, slow down a little bit. We got the Queen of Swords, we got Kamala coming up higher in power, but then something tries to take her down, or something comes out, something comes up that makes people think, oh my God, and then they find out right away that it was something unlawful. So I don't know what that's about. Let me draw one more. I'm going to cut these cards and draw one over the Hierophant for the last week. Well, this is good. Whatever happens, it ends up being good for the Democrats. So I don't know if that helped or not. I'm tired, and it doesn't seem like I said anything, but when I'm doing this, I never think I said anything. So I want to thank anybody that you're still watching this, and just thank you for all your love and kindness and your comments. And if you have any questions, please send them to me, and I promise I'll come back and answer them. Promise, promise, promise. Because I need to get some more readings anyway, because I haven't been doing very many videos, and I don't take deals for readings way far ahead of time. I don't like to do it more than a month ahead of time, and I'm all caught up and I whatever. So I'll be back and do another video in a few days, especially if you give me something to read on. So I want to thank everybody for watching, and bless y'all, and I hope I wasn't depressing. It seems like I wasn't as full of energy as I usually am tonight. But anyway, thank you all so much. And Namaste.